guys, King Pyro 44 here, and we are finally going over Sombra's abilities. She was released earlier today during the opening ceremony for BlizzCon. She came with a new short called Infiltration, which I'll leave a link to in the description below. It's really cool. I'm very happy with what they did there. So we're going to be going over Sombra's abilities and sort of a little bit of her story. It's going to be really cool. Unfortunately, I'm not at BlizzCon, so I will not be able to play her until she comes out on the PTR when everybody else gets to play her. But luckily, they put up a nice little Sombra character thing that they do on their website, which I'll also leave a link to in the description below. But we're just going to go over some of her abilities together and see what she's all about. So the first thing to notice here is that Sombra is an offensive hero with a 3-star difficulty. She does look very interesting. She can move around the map really quickly. She reminds me a lot of Tracer. So I'm guessing she's a flank type hero where she's going to be trying to get around the enemy and disrupting all sorts of things. Her machine pistol is her first ability. It's not really an ability, it's more of her weapon, but it looks like it's really short range and really scattered with the fire pattern, and it might not do as much damage as everybody wanted because she's an offense hero, but I think her other abilities lead to the amount of chaos she can ensue into the battle. Her next ability is her hack, so I believe that is her right click. She can go ahead and basically hack enemies to temporarily stop them from using their abilities, and hack first aid kits to make them useless to her opponents. That's very interesting. In 1v1, she's going to be really difficult to deal with, especially if you guys are fighting over a health pack, because she can just render it useless. Her next ability is her thermo-optic camo, which everybody assumed she would have. You know, we all thought she was a stealth hero, and hey, she does have stealth. She is, it says here that she becomes invisible for a short period of time, during which her speed is boosted considerably. So I'm guessing it's sort of like a sprint, like Soldier 76. But that's going to be very useful for getting her behind the enemy team as well. But attacking using offensive abilities or taking damage does disable her camouflage. Her next ability is her translocator. We got a sneak peek of this in the Overwatch Infiltration short. It's really cool. That's something else that's going to help her get behind the enemy team. We see here that she can toss her translocator beacon, and she can instantly return to the beacon's location while it is active. So she can leave it behind her, go into the team, and teleport back to where she needs to be in a safe zone, or she could throw it in front of the enemy team or behind the enemy team and get behind them that way. Okay, Sombra's last ability is her EMP. Sombra discharges an electromagnetic energy in a wide radius. Obviously, that's what EMP stands for, electromagnetic pulse, destroying enemy barriers and shields and hacking all opponents caught in the blast. We can see here from this little video that she comes and hacks this turret, takes down Reinhardt's shield, and takes away McCree's Deadeye, which is very interesting. I don't know if that's only for the ultimates or will that hack all of their abilities, because that's going to be really dangerous to deal with, especially if she combines some of her abilities to get into the middle of a team and then use her ultimate. So that's just some of her, that's actually all of her abilities, but we're going to go over some of her story. We have no real name for her. She is 30 years old. Okay, so she's not a teenager like everybody predicted. Her base of operations is Dorado, Mexico, which we did predict. Her occupation is a hacker, and she is affiliated with Talon and the Los Muertos gang, but formally. Her little quote is, "Everything can be hacked and everyone." Again, I'm going to leave a link to this in the description below so you guys can go ahead and read it for yourself, but we're going to run over some stuff. So she is obviously the world's most notorious hacker. She uses information to manipulate those in power. Again, in that short that we discussed earlier, she uses it. Actually, I won't spoil it. I won't say anything. You guys got to go watch the short. It's really cool. Long before she took up the alias Sombra, we have no name for her, was among the thousands of children who were left orphaned in the aftermath of the Omnic crisis. With much of her country's infrastructure destroyed, she survived by utilizing her natural gifts with hacking and computers. After blank was taken in by Mexico's Los Muertos gang, she aided it in its self-styled revolution against the government. Los Muertos believed that the rebuilding of Mexico had primarily benefited the rich and the influential, leaving behind those who were most in need of assistance. Following her many conquests, blank was supremely confident in her skills, but she was caught unprepared when she stumbled into the web of global conspiracy, one that had also noticed her. With her security irreparably compromised, blank was forced to delete all traces of her identity and went into hiding. She later re-emerged as Sombra, upgraded and determined to find out the truth behind the conspiracy she had uncovered. Sombra launched an even more audacious string of hacks, and her exploits earned her no shortage of admirers, including Talon. She joined the organization's ranks and is believed to have contributed to its massive cyber attacks against corporations with strong ties to their government. These efforts incited a popular revolution in Mexico against America and breached the security of Volskaya Industries, the manufacturing arm of Russia's anti-Omnic defense. Again, we do get to see that in the short that was mentioned before. So that's going to be it for the Sombra video. Please, in the comments down below, let me know what you think of Sombra and her abilities, and whether or not you're going to be playing her a ton on the PTR, because I know I am. I'm going to be having gameplay guides for her, counter guides for her ability. Just so much Sombra content is going to be coming out, as well as news from BlizzCon, because we still have the Overwatch and World of Warcraft panels to go over. Remember to like the video, and if you haven't yet, subscribe to the channel. I'm King Pyro 44, and I'm out of here. Peace.